Hey there, Blue Mages, Liam here, and welcome back to Blue Academy. This month continues to be a busy one for me, so I haven't had a ton of time, but I did want to put out this video really quick. It's just going to be a short one. It's basically just confirming what the original gearing video said. Now, if you recall, I went through a bunch of different potential sets, sort of predictions of what we thought was going to be best, and the short answer is that nothing changed. I'm still going to recommend people use the 2.2 set for DPSing, the 2.16 if they prefer a slightly faster GCD if they're tanking or healing. Anyone who's ever played a tank, I can guarantee, has experienced missing a Diamondback by, a single frame, so getting that extra spell speed is really helpful there. And if people want to, they can use the slower set, but I don't really recommend that unless you plan on never doing Mortal Flame or Breath of Magic as your opener. It just becomes way too tight, and the difference in damage is not significant. Okay, so the slightly longer answer was there has been some simming and some math done, and initially looking at a 2-minute rotation, there was no difference between the sets, no noticeable difference. And then if we bumped it up to 4 minutes, for some reason, it looked like slow sets were pulling ahead by unreasonable amounts, like 10% or something like that. Even like unmelded Tomestone sets, if they were slow, were still pulling ahead of the melded 2.2 set. I still don't know why that math was looking like that. To me, everything looked correct, and it just seemed weird with the unmelded Tomestone stuff. So I've pretty much spent the last week and a half doing nothing but thinking about this. I've filled for a ton of groups, playing as DPS, playing with different gear sets. I've spent hours just hitting a target dummy, just trying out each set, doing full rotations for 4 minutes. I've been doing just a lot of stuff. I've been looking at logs too, any completed logs, kill logs for Blue Mage groups. And the result is that it is what we predicted in the first place. And I don't know why the sim was showing such outrageous numbers. And on top of that, like the logs that I've been looking at, any of the absolute fastest kills that I've seen are very dominated by fast GCD Blue Mages. It could be the case that just the faster GCD means moving is easier and you're able to get better uptime on stuff. I don't think that would really be it because a lot of the fights don't really have that much movement. But at the end of the day, it comes down to use whatever you want. Honestly, if you're just using some max level gear, you're fine. If you want to be slightly cooler and use, the best in slot, whatever that happens to mean anymore, then that's fine too. I'm still going to be rocking the 2.2 GCD, the crit spell speed set. It feels really cozy to play. It does tons of damage. Like I said, this is the set that I've seen all of the fastest kills using the most. So in practice, it does still seem to be the best set. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If anyone was hoping for some kind of wild changes to things, I'm sorry, there were no wild changes. But if people were already following the previous videos, then you're welcome. There were no wild changes. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, just continue using basically whatever gear you want. It's the same as always for Blue Mage. I'm recommending the 2.2 GCD. You can use a slower one if you want, but it makes Breath of Magic and Mortal Flame very difficult. And there's no noticeable difference between the actual sets. Like I said, from all the testing I did myself, I saw a ton of variance with the slow set. Sometimes it was ahead of the fast set, sometimes it was behind. I don't really notice any consistent difference though. Well, that's it. Really quick rant, just confirming the previous gearing video. If you want to see some of this stuff in more detail, then do reference that video. Otherwise, the links are in the description for the sets. They are in Discord as well. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions, contribute to the discussion, whatever you feel like doing. As always, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more Blue Mage stuff, and have a good weekend.